Hello and welcome back to AdventureCraft. This is episode 19, and today we are starting things out in the redstone testing world because I need to work on my storage system. So I have built up this shulker box loader. This will automatically fill all sorts of shulker boxes, as you can see down here, break them, and put them into the chest. Now this is a little bit different than some of the other designs that I've seen. When this one runs out of boxes in here, it will turn on this lamp and power this hopper to where nothing else can come through. So this shulker is not going to get loaded because there's not one to replace it. And I'm doing this because I don't have a whole lot of shulker boxes, which means we do need to go end raiding at some point. So I'm going to hop onto the AdventureCraft server, build up a few of these, and bring you guys in. Alright, and I'm back. I went ahead and built this one up. This is for our iron, and I went ahead and changed it to where I've got a drop chute coming all the way from the top of my base to where it will come all the way down into here instead of the shulker box loader that was up top. So I have not been running this very long, but if we bust this one, you can see all of my iron ingots flow right into here. But I'm kind of thinking I want to be able to tell when iron golems die. So to do that, if we use a little bit of string with some observers, we can create a detection, and maybe we can use some fireworks because I do have all sorts of gunpowder. This thing is actually running really well. I just emptied this out before I started laying down all those chests, and it is already completely full again. So I might have to come in here and make a turn off. Oh, and here is where all of the iron comes down. This is kind of a temporary thing just while I'm working on this. So um, let's see. If I put some redstone lamps on the top of this, I could run some redstone around, and then when this is full, it will just turn on all those lamps, turning off the farm. I think I should probably do that. That way I don't have a whole bunch of items sit up here and despawn. Yep, I will get that done later. So right here is where our iron used to come down to, and there was a shulker box loader right here. They would put everything into this chest. And then all of our poppies went over here. So now I've rerouted that downstairs. So let's go ahead and head up on top here and hook up some kind of detection system. Alright, so all I need is to put string here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And as you see, it did not do it that time. But that's because right underneath here, I have a dropper randomizer. Yep, there's only supposed to be one shovel in there. So only when the wooden shovel goes through into this hopper will the fireworks go off. And I've ran them to each one of these. Let me hop back up and out of here, maybe. There we go. And then right in here is a dispenser with all sorts of fireworks. And I made one special stack with very, very large explosions. So if I take out all of these, I can show you what that one looks like. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let's stick all the rest of these back in here. And I did the same thing with this one. All of these are just the normal, and then very large red ball here. So that whenever these guys die, we get a chance to get some fireworks, which I thought was very neat. So that's a very nice addition to our base. Kind of lets us know when iron golems are dying, letting us know when we're getting our iron in. So I'm going to build up a few more of these modules down here, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've gathered up a few materials, so let's go ahead and build one of these. So we're going to start off with a hopper line here, like this. Redstone comparator on that one. And this is what is going to be comparing our shulker box. And then out the side here is another redstone comparator hooked up to a barrel. And we're going to fill this full of shovels. That way it gives us a full signal strength into this. That way this comparator will only give an output if the shulker box is full. So let's go ahead and craft up a few of those shovels. Alright, so that's now full. We're just going to use some redstone to wrap around this. Alright, go and build up this other side. So I've got a piston here. And don't worry, this redstone dust will not power this, because the way that pistons work in Java, it only will work if the redstone is on top of a block next to it, not right next to it. So we're safe there, we won't have any kind of random power. So go ahead and run a line around here. Oops. We do need a repeater here. Oh, look at that. Some iron golems must have just died. That's a nice sound. Alright, let's continue up this. Redstone repeater on full delay. That way the dispenser puts out a new shulker box after it's broken. So our dispenser goes right here, like that. And then to fill up our dispenser, we're just going to use a hopper here. Let's see, what did I do? Just one? Yep, with a barrel on top. I had to change this up slightly in here because of how I wanted to decorate it. So that way it looks all nice, and you just reach up here. Oops. You just reach up here to get into the barrel to add more shulker boxes. So this is pretty much set up. Let's just go ahead and add a temporary block here for our hopper line to be able to get our new items in. And that is all there is to it. It's a very, very simple. You do have to go ahead and load a shulker box in there. Let me run upstairs and grab one real quick. Alright, so I went upstairs and grabbed one real quick, and here is our shulker boxes to put in. We also need to detect when we are low on shulker boxes. So we're just going to use a comparator here, redstone lamp to show that we have some in there. And then on top of that, a redstone torch that will unpower when this is powered. trying to use the same building blocks that I used over here so I have some consistency. There we go. So now let's simulate this being full. Let's go ahead and craft up a few more shovels and just stick them in here. Not quite. Can't remember how many shovels I made there. Just make a few more and stick them in there. There we go. So as soon as that was full, as you can see, it's got a full shulker box of shovels here. It dispensed out a new one. And then I just place a block here just in case this piston pushes it off funny and it lands off over here. We want it to always land inside one of these hoppers here. Then we'll bring it back into here so we don't out any shulker boxes. So that is the completed design, and it works very, very simply. So I'm just going to continue to build these out, and I'll be back. I am 1/4 of the way through with the storage system that I'm building down here. I've got 4 different units just like this laid out. This section is going to be all mob drops and farm drops. So that's why I've got my iron ingots over here. I'm also going to do things like sugarcane, going to bring our gunpowder down here, and I'll figure out what else I want to put down here as well. So that is all I've got time for today, guys. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. This has been Buggy Hoser, and goodbye.